Hello, welcome. Yes, I'm talking. You all wanted me to talk more and I've been avoiding it. But nonetheless, let's get into the point of this video. Just to let you all know, I'm not going to teach you the logic to make a combat system. I'm simply going to explain the process I go through to make solid combat animations. How do I animate combat? Well, first off, I look at the size of my character. Is he big or is he skinny? Is he tall or is he short? I learned this is a very important thing to note before animating. You can't have a 7-foot guy doing backflips faster than someone who's 5 feet. It's just unnatural. I'm going to give you an example. Of course, you guys know I had to bring back my red and green puppets. I hooked up the controller sensor to both timelines so the animations I'm about to show you can play at the same time. As you can see, the red guy is larger than the green guy. Watch this.
Oh, Chris! What am I looking at?
Good, calm down, Billy. It's okay. I'll explain everything. Notice the green guy completes 2 punches before the red guy even gets to the middle of his second punch animation. Why? Because he's bigger. He has more body mass. Therefore, his movements are going to be slower. It wouldn't make sense for the red guy to be faster than the green guy. So make sure you take note of the size of the puppet before you start animating. The next thing I do is decide the weapon I'm going to use. You probably see most streamers using swords as their weapon, but don't be afraid to try something different. Try hammers, chains, dual swords, or even spears. Get comfortable animating different weapons as all weapons have different movesets. A hammer, for example, is bulky. A player will most likely attack slowly and precisely. On the other hand, a player attacking with a bow and arrow will be more agile with their movements, looking to shoot at any given moment. For this example, Big Red is going to use a hammer, and Green Guy is going to use some good old daggers. So for Big Red, we have to make sure the movements are slow and powerful. Notice the windup. You should be able to anticipate his swing much faster than you would for the green guy. The green puppet, as you see, is fast. It's going to take a lot less time for him to attack than it will be for Big Red to attack. Even if Green Guy had a hammer like Big Red, he would still attack quicker. Why is that? Because of his body size. So after taking all of that into account, how do I animate the combat? Well, I animate starting from the middle to beginning to the end.
Well, Chris, what do you mean from middle to beginning to end?
Well, Billy, that is a very good question. I start off by making an attack pose I think looks cool. The puppet would be either crouching, or leaping, hopping, or anything else I could think of. After I make the pose I'm happy with, I copy the same keyframe and place it behind the one I just made. I then animate all of the transitions I want the puppet to go through until I reach the beginning. Basically, I'm working in reverse. Once that's done, I go to the middle keyframe. Remember, that's the keyframe I started out with. I copy that keyframe and start animating the transitions I want the puppet to go through until I reach the end. And that's basically my whole thought process. I start in the middle, work my way back to the beginning, and then from the middle, I go to the end.
Well, Chris, why not just start from the beginning and work your way to the end? This is a weird way to animate.
I know, Billy, I know. It's definitely weird. But I'm weird. But I do this because I get the animation I originally want. I found out that for me, may not apply to you, but for me, if I start animating from the beginning, I end up making a completely different animation from the idea I had in my head at the beginning. 97 to 98% of the time, I was disappointed by the end of the animation. So I figured, why not animate the pose I want first, and then animate the transition so that everything flows almost perfectly. I started doing this method with the side project and haven't looked back since. Now, I don't know if you want to do this method with animations like running or walking because those are more, linear. At the end of the day, do what you're most comfortable with. If you want, try this method and DM me on Twitter so I can see what you come up with. I would love to see your creations. And well, folks, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed and learned something for your future creations. I'll be back with another video soon, so stay tuned.